Welcome back to the neighborhood, boys and girls. Our final guest of the night is Frank Genzano from KW Philly.
Thanks for
Welcome
having
to
me.
the neighborhood, Frank.
Thank you.
I gotta ask you a question. If you had a friend of yours that was constantly pronouncing somebody's last name wrong, would you tell them that they're pronouncing
I usually
last name wrong?
don't. I'll tell you a funny story. My parents' neighbor for 20 years called me Dennis. And I corrected him one time, and then I was just Dennis to that dude forever.
Right, forever.
Forever.
Yeah, because we were pronouncing your name wrong for a while. We were pronouncing you Genzano.
Yeah,
and
that happens a
Drager
lot.
was not telling us, your best friend in the world, Drager was not telling us that we're pronouncing your name wrong.
Yeah.
And then you said Genzano, and I looked at Drager, I'm like, dude, you really let me call him the wrong name for 9 months?
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Anyway, thanks for coming into the neighborhood.
Thanks for
tonight.
having me.
Tell the audience a little bit about who you are, what you do, and how you were kind of kicking butt in the real estate market.
I appreciate that. Yeah, so I'm the team leader CEO of KW Philly. Last year, 2021, we did 1.8 billion in sales.
That's awesome.
Yeah, over 4,700 transactions. So we're geared towards helping agents live life by design, right?
Okay.
And my day-to-day responsibility running the operations of KW Philly, as well as recruiting, retention of agents, and coaching them, making them or helping them with regard to lead generation, being more present and available in their and staying top of mind in their clients' lives.
And are you primarily looking for full-time agents, part-time agents?
We're looking
somewhere
for both.
between?
You know,
Okay.
we're looking for passionate people.
Okay.
People who are passionate about, number one, helping people, inspiring others, and contributing to our culture. Our culture really is all about profit, right? Without profit, there's no culture.
Right.
You're not able to bring pizzas or have happy hours or do the things that really uplift the actual office.
Sure.
But what truly does uplift the office is trust, right?
Mhm.
All the agents they trust that leadership is going to do right by them and their business, do right by the community, and in turn, with our culture really centered around profit, it allows our other agents to really pour into the newer agents.
Sure.
So that dual career agent who's part-time, that's looking to transition to becoming full-time, they're getting as much, if not maybe possibly a little bit more attention from the other agents in the office to help them because they have a goal.
God, awesome. And how did you get into real estate?
Because I hated insurance. That's why.
Okay, I like that.
I developed 18 different programs for 4 different companies, and I was traveling a lot, and it wasn't the fulfillment that I had. I had a fulfillment for helping people. So I kind of sat down one day, told my wife, Andrea, knew I wasn't happy with what I was doing. I actually had my own brokerage. I had my own agency. And she was like, well, what would you really want to do? And I'm like, real estate. Real estate's always been my passion. Studied in college. I was that little nerd on Sunday mornings watching the old open house on the old PHL 17s.
Okay.
I would watch it from 8 to 9 and then go torture my father to bring me out to the open houses that he couldn't buy or he couldn't afford just so I could walk through them.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I used to listen to a real estate show on 950 WPN,
Yeah.
JUMR.
Yeah.
And it just went off the air one day. Nobody said anything about it. But I was like, I've been a real estate and mortgage geek for a long time, doing it. But that's like the cool stuff. I like the geeky style.
Yeah,
stuff.
me too.
I tend to, believe it or not, Mr. Mortgage is a closet geek for sure. Now, outside of real estate, what do you do to keep your heart pumping and your soul full?
Yeah, so it's always geared around being involved and helping people's lives. So currently, right now, I coach a 14U travel baseball team, and helping them get ready for high school baseball. In turn now, Jim, it's actually, I'm sorry, Mr. Mortgage, it's actually now helping them get ready for college, right? Because they're highly focused on getting better and becoming better teammates. That they're starting to get recognized by colleges right now.
Cool. And are you still involved in the city stuff with the fields and things like that?
I am, yeah. I'm the past president of an RCO called Melrose Civic Association, but I still do donate a lot of my time, my resources for the betterment improvement of the city.
Awesome. It's great to someone who really, like, we try to give back. Someone who doesn't just take how good they have for granted. It's
Yeah.
really awesome. All right, now comes your personal question.
Great. Fire away.
All right. 30-minute interview. Anybody, past, present, anyone's
Easy.
throughout history.
That's easy.
Who?
Ben Franklin.
Ben Franklin?
Ben Franklin may be one of the most interesting guys.
I agree 100%.
Yeah, and funny too, on top of it.
Yeah.
It's a guy that you could, shoulder up next to a bar, a pub in the city of Philadelphia, and have an intellectual conversation or have a funny conversation. Still one of the great innovators of our country, right? He brought property insurance to the United States.
Huh.
His insurance company is still active currently today in the city of Philadelphia. It's called the Philadelphia Contribution Ship.
Wow.
Yeah. So hands down, I didn't even let you finish the question.
No, that's all right.
It's Ben Franklin.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I went a half hour with Benny.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
For sure. That's one of the better answers we've had. Awesome. Thank you very much for coming
Mr.
in.
Mortgage, thank you very
Awesome.
much. I
Have a
appreciate
great
it.
night. That's it for this week, guys. We'll see you next week on Mr. Mortgage's Neighborhood.